Well, folks, welcome to coverage of boys junior varsity soccer here on Dan Wilkins, broadcasting between the Collingswood Panthers and the Audubon Green Wave. A wise man once said there's 3 guarantees in life: death, taxes, and rain on an Audubon soccer night game. That's exactly what we have again. Luckily, the rain is supposed to clear up before the end of the night, and we should get our 7 o'clock varsity game in scot-free. Emily Foley, the JV coach for Collingswood, and Jake Curlino, the JV coach for Audubon Soccer, both getting their first appearance here on DWB. Stay tuned for our second broadcast of the night, which will be the varsity soccer game between Collingswood and Audubon, coming up at 7 p.m. For the rest of the broadcasts this week, we're off on Wednesday the 27th, and then on Thursday the 28th, we have another doubleheader with Haddon Heights and Audubon. This time, a doubleheader not of JV and varsity, but of the boys and girls. The boys team will play at 3:45 at the Devon Avenue Fields in Haddon Heights, and the girls team will play right here at 7 o'clock for their second night game of the year. And then on Friday, we resume our Friday Night Lights series with Glassboro and Clayton, 2 Group 1 powerhouses, meeting up at 7 p.m. on Friday the 29th. And then on Saturday, we've got more Colonial Conference football action with the Gloucester Lions and the Woodbury Thundering Herd right here on Dan Wilkins, broadcasting 10:30 a.m. start. We're going to bring the attention off of me and right to our wonderful 22 on the field, as the rain is coming down lightly but pretty steadily. As we said, the coaches for this ball game: Emily Foley for Collingswood on the JV side and Jake Curlino for Audubon. I'm Dan Wilkins here at the Green Wave Turf. Hope everybody's having a wonderful Tuesday night as we come back from the long weekend after Yom Kippur, the Jewish holiday, and even in the rain, they'll still find a way to make this day special. right, we're back from break here in Audubon, about 21 minutes into the first half. Unfortunately, there was a really, really bad injury for Collingswood. And number 28, that being Patrick Casale, who had just been subbed into the game a couple minutes ago. Seemed like he had injured his leg and already had a cast on his left arm. So wishing the best to Patrick and everybody in his family as they're actually getting a chair out for him to sit. It looked like a really bad leg injury after a collision with the goalkeeper, Connor Wendell. So they're getting somebody on the phone. Hopefully he is okay as Wendell resumes play. I mean, that's just the kind of injury, you know, I usually try to stay on the air for when a player is down, but that looked extremely bad, and we decided to go to break because of it. So we'll be back in motion here. Still no score between Collingswood and Audubon. That might change as it goes off of Wendell, and he saves it again. That was a 1-2 punch of number 7, Alex Martinez, and number 7, Luka Vokovic-Gartlin. But Wendell brought it down both times. Audubon sends it out to the left of the corner flag. It's going to be White's ball. Looks like the rain has cleared, knock on wood. I mean, I don't have any wood to knock on, but from what I saw on my forecast, it looks like we're just going to be cloudy for the rest of the night. I really hope there isn't a sudden downpour as soon as I start setting up my equipment for the varsity game. Kunkel gets a nice spin around, but it goes back to Collingswood's possession. Liner. It's going to miss to the right.
When you're dribbling, just go straight up. Don't look to the back,
We're just drying off the equipment here. Excuse us, folks. Goes back down to Kyle Brown. He leads a little bit there. Collingswood was waiting for a whistle, didn't get it, although that probably should have been a whistle. That's coming from the Audubon side. It's back out to Martinez, and that time it's a whistle. Free kick for Audubon. Witz sends it away. That's a perfect target, but goes right to the goalkeeper. Number 34, Chase Hiltner. Audubon charging in, can't get it. Gets a two-touch, back out to Devin Reamer, gets the header. Leading with it, number 20. And spinning around with Declan Casale. The athletic trainer Liam Corbel has arrived to meet with Casale, the injured Collingswood player, again wishing him, whatever injury it may be, wishing him 100% on that one. That one goes over his head. Passed by number 4. Miguel Benito Trinidad. Back out to number 34. There's actually two number They have the goalkeeper, Chase Hiltner, and then Felon Pizzatio. Brown goes down. Back out to Collingswood. He's going to take his time. Now, Collingswood gets a charge. Barfagno tried to get the possession back, couldn't get it. And Stallard was a little bit slower to get up, but he's good. This broadcast is brought to you by Tommy D's Home Improvement Surplus, the one place to be for wholesale cabinets and countertops for your dream kitchen at heavily discounted rates compared to big box retailers. Visit their brand new second in-person location today on the corner of Creek Road and Harding Avenue in Belmar, next to the 42 on-ramp. Tommy D's Home Improvement Surplus.
Good job, Chase.
Chase Hiltner with that kick hugs the sideline. Couple subs waiting to come in. In fact, a barrage of subs waiting to come in for Audubon. There's Noah Salerno, Richard Lynn. There's Colin Filippi back in there. Or excuse me, no, that is number 20. That being Ryan Bruno. So a lot of new faces in the ball game here, with unofficially about 15 minutes left in the first half. The clock that you see on the bottom of your screen is unofficial and just an estimation, and because I'm not a soccer expert, it may be wildly incorrect. Usually can't mess up too much with soccer, though, considering that all there is extra time, and we don't have really a way to count that yet. And by the way, our analyst commentator, Matt Wagner, class of 22, he will be here for the second game, the varsity set between Audubon and Collingswood. Don't forget, we've got another Audubon doubleheader on Thursday, not between JV and varsity, but with the boys and girls. The boys play at Haddon Heights at 3:45 p.m., and then the girls play here at 7 p.m. for their last night game of the year. One's going to go out. Goes to Audubon. Salerno calls for it. Salerno gets ready to go, gets it in to his good friend Kyle Brown, but it goes back out. That's going to go out. Salerno tried for it, couldn't get it. And that goes out to the 12th man on the sideline. Yeah, no ball runners for the JV game. I guess they're a little bit short-staffed, but I know Theo Caladros does a few games here and there. Asen Bannell has done a few for this team, although she now plays middle school soccer for Audubon, so her weekdays and her afternoons are a little bit more occupied now. And look out, grandstands, that one goes out of play. Still no score here in the first half between Collingswood and Audubon. Reamer just got a little bit under it on the kick. Miguel Trinidad.
Fight for it, fight for it.
And that's going to be a whistle.
We're back, hard.
Working with number 5, Sean Kennedy. Back in play to number 17, Jaden Egerton. Double trouble now. Back out to Collingswood with Ase Benito Trinidad. Wendell off the hands and just out of play, but he saves it and corrals it in. to Noah Salerno. He's going to have to charge it. Bounced past Sean Kennedy, header by an aggressive header by Dylan Gallagher. Up in the air. Wendell's going to get ready for it, but he's standing pretty far out, and he saves it. Wendell's been ranging all over the place, and not just that, but he's taken a lot of hard hits, especially in that play that injured Casale, the Collingswood player. Salerno sticking level with it. Back to number 9. That being Tristan Chain. And that goes off the post. This broadcast is brought to you by DJK Roofing, South Jersey's #1 roofing supplier with over 200 5-star reviews on the web. Get a free quote today at 856-778-3900. Financing options are available. Just ask for Carmine. And if you want to get your small business in front of over 50,000 annual viewers, call today at 856-912-1302 or send me an email at thedanwilkinsshow@gmail.com for a sponsorship inquiry and a business profile. Sponsorship packages start for as little as $150 and can get your small business or brand in front of over 50,000 annual viewers. We also film commercials, do ad reads, and social media promotions to get your business more intertwined with our brand, Dan Wilkins Broadcasting. Salerno with the ball back in play. That one's going to skip out to Mr. Brown again. And a barrage of subs coming in for Audubon this time. Kyle Brown back in. That would be number 24, Aiden Stollard. Number 6, Anthony Dubon back in the game. Number 21, Logan Genovese back in the game. And a couple fellas getting subbed out as well with Salerno on the throw-in. Just under 10 minutes left in the first half unofficially. Dubon lets it drop. A lot of pressure on Wendell, Audubon's goalie, but not a whole lot on Hiltner, which is Collingswood's GK, but that's going to roll out to the parent section again. Be thrown in by Collingswood. Gets a short throw. Back out to the thrower, number 23, Stuart Chang. Stollard hangs onto it. Back out to Filippi at the thick yellow line at midfield. To Logan Genovese. Dubon with the spin move, but that goes out of play. Our next installation of the Friday Night Lights series covering South Jersey football continues this Friday, September 29th, with 2 Group 1 powerhouses, Glassboro and Clayton, starting off at 7 p.m. on Friday the 29th. And then we have a Colonial Conference tilt between Gloucester and Woodbury, 10:30 a.m. start time on September the 30th. And then on October the 1st, we'll be in Delaware for 2 games covering softball in their fall scrimmages for the Salem Community College Mighty Oaks. Big thanks to Salem Community College for having us out there. We may also be there later on in the afternoon for a tournament in Jackson, NJ, near the Six Flags complex. But for more information on where we'll be and when we'll be there, follow us on our Twitter at DW Broadcasting. Right at midfield goes back out to Gallagher. Or excuse me, no, that would be number 23. Being Aaron Furchin. And goes to the Audubon sideline. High in the air, right at midfield. Drops for Gallagher. Lets it drop twice. Back out to Kyle Brown. Goes to Aaron Furchin again. Audubon gets a lot of jersey. Brown working through it, working through heavy traffic like he's in the Lincoln Tunnel. That's going to drop, and a whistle's blown. So I was about 6 minutes off on my half, and we're going to go to the end of the first half. No score between these two clubs, and unfortunately a lengthy delay, but again, hoping that Keisel is okay. We'll be right back. We'll play some commercials for you, and we'll be back in 10 minutes for Audubon and Collingswood JV Soccer right here on Dan Wilkins Broadcasting.
DJK Roofing is an American-known company that cares about our customers. We answer the phone 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, and offer financing options to keep cash in your pocket. Even in our busiest times, estimates happen within 24 hours if needed. Most jobs can be completed in 1 day. Our measurement techniques ensure accuracy, so there are no extra waste materials when we replace your roof. We treat our home like it's yours. From the biggest to the smallest jobs, the owner will be on site to oversee the operation. Our employees are not permitted to smoke on jobs, and cleanup is so good that it might be cleaner than when we arrive. For all your roofing needs, call DJK Roofing now.
Garden State Pet Center is an independently owned full-service pet store. Our specialty is promoting companionship between people and animals by providing the healthiest product choices available, including all-natural foods, supplements that support and relieve health issues, and innovative products for pet parents. Our goal is to provide our customers with a relaxing environment, and while we're not striving to be the biggest store on the East Coast, we're striving to be the best. No other pet store will make you feel at home like we do. At Garden State Pet Center, we view pets as members of the family. We don't believe in fast, high-pressure sales, but instead matching up the right pet with the right owners, as you are making a lifelong commitment. Together with our team members, we would like your visit to our store to be both enjoyable and educational. Simply drop in and take a look around. View the birds, reptiles, small animals, toys, food, cages, and miscellaneous items. Learn of the services we have to offer and decide for yourself if this is the store you'd like to call your home away from home.
Victor Santucci, owner of Garden State Pet Center. Visit us today at 226 South Whitehorse Pike in Audubon, New Jersey. We're open 7 days a week for all of your pets' needs.
Tommy D's Home Design Center has opened a second location on Creek Road in Belmar, operating in Philadelphia for over 25 years and now expanding into South Jersey. Tommy D's is the place to go for kitchen cabinets, countertops, and cabinet accessories, heavily discounted compared to big box retailers. Stop in, take a seat, and watch as our experienced kitchen designer makes the kitchen of your dreams right in front of you. Tommy D's is the best in the business for quality kitchen countertops and cabinets that fit all budgets. Call us today at 856-210-9504 or visit the new location in person on the corner of Creek Road and Harding Avenue in Belmar next to the 42 on-ramp. We're back here in Audubon for the second half of JV soccer here between Collingswood and Audubon. The Panthers on the left side of your screen with the white jerseys and blue numbers and gold accents. Audubon on the right side of your screen with the green striped jerseys and white numbers. I had a correction to make. I thought I was wildly off on my time. JV does 35-minute halves instead of 40-minute halves, so makes the time fly a little bit quicker. But Collingswood and Audubon have had 2 goose eggs here in the first 35, so we'll see what they can do in the next 35. We're underway. Possession started by Audubon and Aiden Stallard. Colin Filippi back out for it. Keeping it in, Tristan Chain. Little shoulder-to-shoulder action. One hop right to Wendell. Can of corn right there, although this isn't baseball, so for those that are unfamiliar with my work, baseball is my forte, so when I convert that over to other sports, usually the obscure phrasings come with it. Although the story of that itself is actually really interesting, where can of corn, the baseball term, comes from Chicago factory workers in the 1900s. In the very early 1900s, at the turn of the century, they used to have to catch cans of corn in their aprons, which they would call can of corn. So with the Chicago White Stockings in the early 1900s, that term became known as something easy, something mundane to do. A easy fly ball would be known as a can of corn. That one goes out to the Red Rocks. Wendell's gonna pick that one up. Straight off the forehead of Kyle Brown. The sophomore rather. This one's a good setup by Collingswood, and then it just got muffed a little bit there. Back out to, I say, Benito Trinidad. Filippi rolling out, and that's over my head. I've caught a couple soccer balls this year. I've dropped plenty.
Let's go.
They're putting in the work early. That's Patrick Gallagher over there bringing it into Tristan Chain, and he's going to throw this one in. Goes back out to Aiden Stallard. Gets a light header. Gonna drop, runs right past him. Gallagher in a Collingswood sandwich gets out of it. Salerno gets that one straight away, and that's gonna go out. Thrown in by Chain. That one goes out. I believe they're going to set up a corner here. Anthony Dubon in the corner. Don't forget, folks, stay tuned as the varsity game between these two clubs, Collingswood and Audubon, will follow this one with senior night at 7 p.m. Dubon gets it set, lets it fly just a little bit off to the right. Collingswood's going to get the possession back. Whistle blown. Number 27, Luka Vukovic-Gartland. This one's going to be sent away by Alex Martinez. Martinez with the boot. Gets over everybody and back out to Wendell. Right now, about 5:40. They started about 10 minutes early. scheduled kickoff was going to be 5. It started around 4:50 instead, so we're going to have an extended delay between the JV and the varsity games, give everybody a chance to make a trek down to the Chick-fil-A down the street and get some nuggets in Polynesian. I won't, because I've got $5 grand of equipment to look after, but that will be how it rolls. That one goes out. Well, it went in the net, just not the one that they wanted to get it in. Filippi throws it in. And Jake Curlino picks it up. This is going to be thrown in by Stallard. Dubon with the shot, and it's good! Anthony Dubon breaks the stalemate! 1-0. The calm before the storm, or in the case of number 6, the calm after the storm. It's going to make it 1-0. Beautiful there by Anthony Dubon.
Pressure, boys! Let's go! High intensity! Quick! Look at it! Good ball. Good.
Somebody on the Collingswood side just let out a audible belch that our mics picked up. I'm trying not to laugh. That's usually Audubon's job. Off the header of Carfagno. Just a quick announcement to our new viewers who tuned in for the second half. Make sure to tune in for the girls' soccer game between Audubon and the Haddon Heights Garnets on Thursday the 28th, as that will be our 200th DWB broadcast across 2 years from October the 2nd, 2021. We're almost hitting the 2-year anniversary of DWB, but 200 broadcasts in 2 years. Don't know how I did it, but this is going to be a great setup, and right to Wendell, who knocks it down. About 27 minutes left in the half. Again, that clock on the bottom right of your screen is unofficial. Gallagher crossing him up. Tries to get the possession back. Was out of play. Litany of subs coming in for Audubon. Salerno is out. Reimer is back in. Number 23, that being, excuse me, I'm still getting used to the names. Aaron Furchin, he's back in. And Logan Genovese is back in. Whistle. A couple of the varsity players showing up. A lot of them are already on the sideline, like Ryan Wallace, Pat Gallagher, Trent Bennell, Blaise LaFrance. Some are taking a little bit longer of a time, but what can I say? I've been late for many events in my life. I can't blame them. Here's a send away by Collingswood. Bounced off the foot, and a nice rebound by Luca Carfagno right to his goalkeeper, Wendell. Reimer tries to hang on to it, gets a bad collision. Kyle Brown getting a nice drive here, mostly uncontested. He's going to try to set it up in heavy traffic and just to the left. That was a close call. Could have made it 2-0 if that had the right trajectory, but just couldn't hang on to it. This one's sent away. I don't think that's Hiltner in the goalkeeper spot. That looked like somebody else, but that would be Torrey Wolf in the goalkeeper spot. So no Hiltner here in the second half. See, it's weird because they have 3 goalkeepers and then 2 of them wear the same number 34. So creates a bit of a discrepancy and a dilemma for announcers like me who have to rely off the numbers to know who these kids are. You know, I don't have an immaculate mind up here. Can't remember everybody, but Collingswood's going to get a nice break here, except it's not going in the right direction. So that one's sent away. Over to Declan Casale, blocked off of Audubon. Here's a nice break set up right to Wendell. He knocks it down and is able to lay on it and smother it. That was a great rebound after Pat Farrow gave him a really, really good battle. Wendell sends the boot. And goes out to the goalkeeper, Wolf. Wolf gets the boot. Goes off of Filippi on a unlucky rebound. That one's headed for the ice cream truck. That one's gonna go out into the shopping plaza. It hits off the nose of a unsuspecting consumer's car. He probably headed for Goodwill. And he was just short. So Wendell is going to send this one away. Oh my goodness. I mean, he parked. Where is he? There it is right there. There's his Honda Civic. And he almost had it. He tried chucking it in from across the street. Got it over the fence but couldn't get it over the net. I've never seen a random pedestrian get booed. That's one of the funniest things I've seen filmed in a long time on my broadcasts. Wendell with a nice save to his right. I mean, I hate to be a homer, but Wendell's been doing a great job in the goalkeeper spot tonight. He's proven his worth there. But he, you know, I was talking to him before the game. He's a warrior. He's a very tough spirit, and he's got a very tough mindset, whether for himself or, you know, for his expectations. He's a great guy, great kid, and not just a great goalkeeper. That one is sent away. Here's a good break. Wendell tries to save it. He does. Good setup. Wendell with the block again and a third. Ho-ho! 99 becomes number 1 with a litany of saves right there. Gets it in. That one is sent away. About 21 minutes now left in the half. Audubon leads 1-0. There's a good breakaway here. Blocked by Genovese. Brown deflects. Audubon, he might have another shot. Collingswood thwarts the threat. About Carfagno coming in from the back. Goes back out to Martinez. He's going to have a shot. Crosses him up, gets blocked. Face full of soccer ball. That one goes to the right, and Wendell blocks it again. Wendell's going to send this one away. There's the varsity team hanging out down there. There's Zach Fayer, Nick Caladros, Casey Cameron, Tyler Wiltsey, Trent Bandel, basically half of the varsity baseball team. Nice Dodge Challenger over there. Had to get a good shot of that. This one's going to be a throw-in for Witz. Back out of play. Throw in by Collingswood. Gonna roll out to midfield. Goes back out. Over towards the scorer's table. This one's going to be thrown in by number 23, Stuart Chang. Carfagno sends it to midfield again, blocked by Chang. Goes straight up in the air for number 16, Richard Lynn. Here we go, Wendell picks it up. Well, I was saying in our pregame show, I said there's 3 guarantees in life: death, taxes, and rain on an Audubon night game. Happened twice last year, almost happened versus Riverside. Oh, I think it rained earlier in the day.
We got one more soccer one. We got one more this week.
Oh yeah, which I will be there for, but hugs the line. And that one's out of play. And as we were talking about there, Audubon and Haddon Heights varsity soccer, 7 o'clock, Thursday the 28th. And then we extend our Friday Night Lights series and close out September with 2 Group 1 tilts, Glassboro and Clayton, 7 o'clock on the 29th, and Woodbury and Gloucester on Saturday the 30th at 10:30 a.m. And hopefully what this rain had become basically isn't a deterrent to the student section. Because the last couple of soccer night games, we haven't had as strong of a student section as we had in previous years. So hopefully that narrative has changed tonight, now that the weather's clearing up a little bit. Carfagno with a huge boot. Goes over to Chang. Gets crossed up by Jason Ortiz. He's down. Or rather, that would be number 10, Luke Kunkel. That one is sent away. Carfagno just missed a header. Back out to Chang, or excuse me, number 26. That being Isai Benito Trinidad. With Martinez now challenging Brown. To Declan Casale. Aaron, oh, and Jason Ortiz gets the whistle. About 16 minutes unofficially left in the second half. And as we do for the varsity game, stay tuned for our post-game show and interview. Yes, we are, now that we have more time, considering that this game started about 10 minutes early, we should have enough time for an interview, so stay tuned for that if the score holds, but still 16 minutes for Collingswood to either level the score or even take the lead, depending on how that momentum shifts in the next 15 minutes and 35 seconds. Witz on the free kick. Sends it away. It's looking good. And it's saved by Wolf. He's going to roll it back in. Sent from Casale to Pat Farrow. And again, Wendell with the pickup. Rather cloudy skies here tonight in Audubon. You can see the grayness above us, but it used to be raining about 30 minutes ago, so I'm rather grateful that it's cleared up at least a little bit. Even if the ground is a little bit damp, I can deal with that. Ortiz sends it back out. Collingswood with the possession. Number 37. Number 37, who is not on my roster. 37. Back to Trinidad, Miguel Trinidad. Working hard at midfield, Kyle Brown. Switches it up. Runs sideline to sideline here. Here's a potential breakaway. Although Carfagno on defense gets it out. A couple of subs waiting to come in here for Audubon. And the subs that are coming in, indeed, that would be Colin Filippi, Dylan Gallagher back in, and that would be number 19, which if I check the old roster would be, excuse me, that would be Jared Madden. We haven't seen much of him today, but we'll see how many minutes he gets here in this second half. Tristan Chain throws it in. Popped up by Gallagher. Lynn to Aaron Fletcher. It's going to be a whistle there. Carfagno with the free kick, gets it off to the right, blocked by Collingswood and Chang. Look at Trent Banel out there. Banel's got a huge smile on his face. He loves it. This is going to be thrown in by Gallagher. Goes over both of their heads, Ortiz and Chang. Sliding, can't get it. Gallagher with the deflection, and that one goes behind the sideline, over to the scorer's table and off the trash can. There's Ryan Wallace to pick it up. About 5:58, about an hour before varsity start time here in Audubon at the Green Wave Turf. You're watching coverage of Audubon Green Wave Junior Varsity Soccer here on Dan Wilkins Broadcasting, as Carfagno gets tangled up there with Martinez. If you have any questions or comments about today's broadcast, drop me a line at thedanwilkinsshow@gmail.com. Sponsorship inquiries should also go to that email. This broadcast is brought to you by Doug Does Anything, your local handyman. For any job needed, no matter how big or small, give Doug Does Anything a call, 856-412-0118. And also, this broadcast is brought to you by Vincent's Lawn Service, a newer sponsor of Dan Wilkins Broadcasting. Weekly, bi-weekly, or whenever, fall cleanup services are getting started here in September. So if you need anything in the Haddon Heights, Audubon, or Haddon Township area, give Vincent Vogt a call at, hold on one sec, 609-413-0403. That's the only phone number I don't have recognized yet, but it takes time, my friends, takes time. About 11 minutes left in the second half. 1-0 Audubon. Anthony Dubon got a early second half goal. And now this is going to be a throw-in with Kyle Brown and Noah Salerno trading off, and that one's headed out to the rain garden. Well, who are they going to send out to get that one? Looks like a couple sprinkles coming back down. Maybe my luck ran out. Martinez with the off-balance kick. This is going to be a one-on-one. What will they do? That's going to be sent out. Kyle Brown back out to Audubon at midfield. Brown colliding with that one. Martinez back out with it. Audubon. That'll go out of play. About 9 minutes, 40 seconds left in the half unofficially. We kick off the month of October with 4 soccer games in a row. Cinnaminson and Delran on October 2nd. The Hun School of Princeton and the Life Center Warriors on October 3rd. We have Palmyra and Deptford on October 4th. And then West Hampton Tech and Burlington Township on October the 5th in Burlington County action. Gallagher got tripped up there. He's back up. Oh, and Gallagher goes for a flight. Filippi knocks it back down. Audubon gets back up. Martinez. That one is back out. And here he comes again. He's getting out of his car. Here he goes for a second time to chase that soccer ball down. He's like a folk hero here in Audubon for this JV game. Now, he just missed the first time, and this time he gets it over. That might be the funniest sequence of events I've ever seen in a soccer game here in South Jersey. That's awesome. He's just sitting in his car. He's having a good time. Maybe having Sonic or Chick-fil-A. Kyle Brown knocks it down. We're going to have one substitute coming in. Audubon getting ready to go. Actually, no, never mind. That's going to be a free kick. About 6:30 left, according to our clock. With Casale, sets it up, and to the right of Wendell. Well, my partner in crime is here. Welcome, Mr. Wagner. You got a large shake?
Why do you have to announce it on the show? Just do your thing.
I'm just saying. It's a big shake. I'm just messing around. We've had a fun time here in Audubon. 1-0 Audubon over the Collingswood Panthers here in this JV tilt with Anthony Audubon with a early second half goal. Again, to our fans watching, don't forget to stay tuned for the varsity game at 7 o'clock. We are off tomorrow in terms of broadcasts, and then we have Audubon and Haddon Heights boys soccer at 3:45 and girls soccer at 7 o'clock with a doubleheader going back and forth between Audubon and Heights. Although other way around, that game will be at Devon Avenue Fields at 3:45 and then right here in Audubon at 7 p.m. And as we said, that girls soccer game on Thursday will be our 200th Dan Wilkins broadcasting live stream over the course of almost 2 years. It's really an incredible number that we've accomplished over this amount of time, and 1,200 subscribers on YouTube over that time. Rolls out to the left of Wendell, stays in.
I was running the lake one night, one morning at 4 o'clock in the morning. I halfway around, I stopped and I walked in. I was in front of everybody, all my running groups.
Luka Vukovic on that relay there as Wendell's going to get his boot right here. Sends it away. Off the chest and out of play, and that was a rough hit for Anthony Dubon. Looked like he got clipped there a little bit. This will be thrown in by Collingswood. Filippi going to bounce it off his chest. Back out to Benito Trinidad. Carfagno sends that one right past midfield. This could relay right back to Wolf in the goalkeeper spot. Carfagno taking initiative again for the first time in a while. That one goes to Torrey Wolf. Sent away. That's heading down into the corner. Going to be a tough shot. And nobody on the other end to send that one to the goalpost. So that one goes out of play. Noah Salerno coming in for Audubon. And that will sub out number 20, Ryan Bruno. Wendell's going to send this one away. Again, to find out where we are and when we'll be there, follow our Twitter at DW Broadcasting, or whatever it's called now, with X. Just not ready to call it X yet, really. So, sticking with Twitter for now, but that one goes out of play. Over towards the abandoned Golden Corral. Just about 2.5 minutes left in regulation. Collingswood would need to really play up tempo to get on the board, as Audubon's defense has been really good. However, Wendell's been getting a lot more shots on goal than either Collingswood goalkeeper has. So that's going to be something that Jake Carlino and their guys are going to have to look over as they go into later this week playing Heights again. I believe after that they set up versus Gloucester and Woodbury. But, you know, if these guys move on, this is a very talented JV team, you know, for an Audubon soccer program that before last year hadn't had an above 500 season in 8 years. Even the varsity and the JV teams are looking very well-rounded, and as I said before, the team chemistry between these two teams is great. So that's what we're looking at right now. But again, stay tuned for the post-game show presented by Garden State Pet Center. Filippi sends that one out to the parent section, as some students are starting to file in here at 6:10.
120, come on.
120, I'm off by 3 seconds. Can't get much more on the nose than that. That one's popped up. Gallagher gets crossed up. That one goes out of play. Yeah, Collingswood's really going to have to step it up here, but Audubon controls the pace now. This is going to be a throw-in for Gallagher, although Kyle Brown's going to the point. I think Brown's going to throw it in. With Miguel Benito Trinidad in tow. Oh. He's trying to dry off the ball. Now he throws it in. There was a couple light showers that came through in the second half, but it was pretty bad in the first half, first 20 minutes of the game or so. A lot of stuff got pretty wet. Wolf punts it away. Collingswood's going to have to break. Filippi gets it back out to Dubon. And give that a play. And that will do it. Audubon with the win in their JV matchup. It's 1-0 the final. Anthony Dubon with the lone goal and Connor Wendell with a powerful and chaotic shutout, to say the least. Stay tuned as we are going to have our quick post-game show before the varsity players have their time to shine under the lights. Game time starts at 7 p.m. We'll be right back. back here from the Green Wave Turf. Final from this JV soccer game, 1-0 in favor of the Green Wave, and the lone goal scorer in this one, Anthony Dubon.
How you doing?
What a game. How'd you feel out there?
Ooh, it was a rough first half. You know, we had to bring it all in as a team at the second half. Halftime talk brought us all as a team. You know, we found what was messing us up, and we worked better, and we worked as a team to get the win. As I scored, I didn't expect it to go in. It was far, like 2 inches going out, but you know, I'm just glad to have gotten the goal and the win as a team.
Yeah, I mean, you know, you guys talk about being a team player all the time, and you guys seem to have great team chemistry, and that really showed. Everybody was passing the ball well, and you know, we'll talk to Connor in a minute, but
Sure.
you know, your defense really helped you out even with a lot of shots on goal for Collingswood. So, you know, with that goal, you said you didn't expect it to go in, but you guys were really pumped after that. You know, that brings you to 3-1-1 on the season so far. How do you guys feel as a team after this one?
We feel great. You know, it's hard work. You know, hard work always pays off, Phil. And you know, we went through a rough season last year, but we brought it all as a team, and we came strong. And we're gonna continue being strong.
And that's great to hear. What's the expectation going forward?
I don't even know. You know, just hard work. You know, teamwork and all that. You know, no yelling at each other. Like Coach says, it's not what you say; it's how you say it.
Well, that's perfect. Thank you, Anthony
Thank you for having
Dubon.
me. No problem.
Go celebrate with your buddies. Two-time player of the game, Connor Wendell, is here. He got a player of the game the first time for giving us Chick-fil-A at halftime. Now you're a player of the game for a completely different reason. Oh my gosh.
The third player of the game too today.
There you go. There you go. But, oh my goodness. I can tell you're just exasperated and like all over the place. I'll give you a second, but oh my God. I mean, yeah, that might have been one of the most physical games, JV or varsity, that I've ever seen from a goalie. I mean, the Collingswood player ran right over you. I mean, nobody's fault, you know.
He ran right over me. I ran right through him.
Yeah, I mean, you know, not anybody's fault that he got hurt. Just really unfortunate. But, you know, let me ask you this. I mean, I think the answer's obvious, but how did you feel out there?
I don't know. It's the feeling you can't explain it when every save you make, every time you can get that ball out of that box, it's just you cannot explain that.
And it was an exhilarating feeling over here on the sideline, and you know, there were a couple times where I'm like, okay, is this time Collingswood's going to score? But no, you stopped it every single time. That's one of the most hard-earned shutouts that I've seen in a long time. And just overall, you know, you're diving to your right, diving to your left, and a lot of times, you know, sometimes these goalies get really easy shots, but you did not get a single easy shot on you tonight. But you really helped the team out, and even though Audubon had you know, more shots on goal against them than Collingswood did, you held the fort down. What was the strategy? I don't know how to describe it.
I don't even know if there was a strategy. I thought today I had to keep that streak alive. This is my 3rd shutout in a row.
Right. Man, it's a good feeling, huh?
Yeah.
And, you know, we were talking with Anthony about the team chemistry and going forward, you know, you guys are just expecting to win. You're 3-1-1 now in the year. How does the team feel? Do they have good? They have good support around you. You've got good support back there.
Yeah. We made a couple mistakes in the back, but like we got through that second half, worked through it. That's all we needed.
Well, that's great to hear. Go get yourself a Gatorade or something, Connor. That is an unbelievable job.
Thank you.
But from everybody here at DWB,
Happy birthday, Fortnite! We love you!
We love you, Fortnite. Happy birthday.
6th birthday for Fortnite.
That was like 2 weeks ago, dude.
No, it's today.
They took it out of the game.
well,
today.
it's also Colin Filippi's birthday.
Yeah,
so
it is
that,
my
that
birthday.
That is the more.
Happy birthday, Colin! Happy birthday to me!
What are you? 17?
No, 16.
16. Okay.
I'll
so
be 17 next year.
there you go. But that's the more important birthday, not Fortnite's birthday. But from everybody here at DWB, our social media coordinator Anthony DePalma, our graphics crew Gavin Van Rel and Caleb Lane, my wonderful producer Matt Wagner, and myself Dan Wilkins. We'll see you in about 45 minutes. Actually, no, hold on. It's 6:20. We'll see you in about 30 minutes with varsity soccer under the lights. This place is going to get packed for senior night, Audubon and Collingswood. We'll be back in about 30 minutes. Make sure to refresh your YouTube pages for our new live stream, as it will be 2 separate videos. But until next time, we'll see y'all around.